I'm Angela Foster, 25 years old, and I never thought I'd have to flee my own family after standing up for myself. Growing up in our traditional household meant I was there to serve the family, especially my younger sister, who got away with everything. For years, I cooked her meals, washed her clothes, and cleaned her messes while she did nothing but complain. But the day I refused at that family meeting, my mom beat me brutally. "You're a girl! You serve her!" Mom snapped her face, twisted in rage as she struck me again and again. My brother added, "Do your laundry or get out of the house." They had no idea what I would do next, how I'd turn their abuse into my escape, and make them pay for what they stole from me. That moment changed everything, and the revenge that followed was sweeter than they could imagine. Before I dive deeper, tell me in the comments what time you're watching this, and if you've ever dealt with family pressure like this. I'd love to know. Hit like and subscribe. If stories of standing up to injustice fire you up, trust me, you won't want to miss the twists ahead. Growing up in Bar Harbor, Maine wasn't easy as the middle child in a family stuck in outdated traditions. My older brother, Cody Foster, now 28, was always the favorite, getting away with everything because he was the boy who would carry on the family name. He became a small business owner running a local tour company that my parents praised endlessly. My younger sister, Erica Foster, 22, was treated like a princess, never lifting a finger while expecting everyone to cater to her whims. Then there was me, Angela, the one who didn't fit their mold of what a girl should be. While Cody was out playing sports and Erica was shopping with Mom's credit card, I was sketching designs on my notebook, dreaming of turning my graphic talent into something real. From early on, the rules were clear. As the girl, I had to serve the family, especially Erica. By age 12, I was doing her laundry, cooking her favorite snacks, and cleaning her room, while she complained it wasn't good enough. "Girls are supposed to help each other," Mom would say, but it was always me helping Erica, never the other way around. Dad nodded along. That's how it works in a proper home. They gave me a toy cleaning set for Christmas when I was 10, while Erica got dolls and Cody got a bike. "These will teach you skills for life," Dad explained, as if my life was destined to be service. The betrayal started small, but built up. When I earned a scholarship for a graphic design program in high school, Cody convinced our parents to redirect the funds to his business startup. "Girls don't need fancy education," he said, and they agreed, claiming it was for the family good. I lost that chance, and he used the money to buy equipment for his tours, never mentioning it again. Erica was worse. She stole my design portfolio when I was pitching to local clients, claiming the work as hers, to land a freelance gig that blocked my opportunities. She spread rumors to potential employers that I was unstable and unreliable, just to keep me from succeeding. Our parents knew, but did nothing, saying, "Sisters share everything." They created this narrative that I was the family servant destined to support Erica because that's what girls do. Those actions fueled my secret drive. I started freelancing graphic design online, hiding my earnings in a separate account, building a portfolio they never saw. Every rejection from a client, every time Erica took credit for my ideas, added to my resolve, but I played along, serving them while planning my way out. Those betrayals weren't just hurts, they were the spark that made me realize I had to turn their game against them, and soon, I'd be ready to expose everything. Leaving Bar Harbor with just $200 and my sketchpad, I threw myself into graphic design. The early days were tough, rejected portfolios, freelance gigs that paid pennies, and nights working from a tiny apartment I shared with strangers. But I pushed through, fueled by the betrayals that made me determined to prove them wrong. 3 years ago, my breakthrough came when I landed a major contract designing logos for a startup chain. My work went viral, leading to more clients and a steady income that grew to 6 figures. I kept it all hidden from my family, living simply with an old car and basic clothes, letting them think I was still struggling. When Cody asked if I needed money for rent, or Erica offered her hand-me-downs, I just thanked them and changed the subject. It was easier than explaining how their sabotage had only made me stronger. 4 weeks ago, a call pulled me back. Mom's arthritis had worsened and Dad's pension wasn't enough for her treatments. Cody called a family meeting to discuss care costs and dividing the family assets, the small tour business they ran. He assumed I'd get the tiniest share, if any. What he didn't know was that I'd been buying anonymous shares in the business over the years, owning 40%. They also needed my signature to finalize a trust revision and property transfer plans they'd made to cut me out completely. The night before heading home, I overheard them on a call with our cousins laughing about how I'd never contribute anything real, and how they could forge my name if I resisted. I recorded it all, my blood boiling. My friend Stacy, who helped with my designs, connected me to an investigator who uncovered proof of the stolen college fund and Erica's plagiarism. As I drove to Bar Harbor dressed in plain clothes to play their game, I wasn't just going to a meeting. I was walking into their trap with the tools to turn it against them. That recording and the investigator's report were my leverage, and tomorrow I'd make them regret every bit of it. The drive from the airport to my parents' colonial house in Bar Harbor felt like stepping back into a cage. I parked my beat-up sedan, grabbed my worn duffel bag, and adjusted my thrift store jacket chosen to fit their image of me as the family failure. My brother opened the door, his smug grin as sharp as ever. "Finally made it," he said, eyeing my outfit. "What, no Uber 2 broke for that?" I forced a tight smile. "Good to see you too," and stepped inside, my heart pounding with the weight of what I was about to do. Mom hugged me, her grip weak from arthritis, but her voice carried that familiar pity. "You look worn out, sweetheart." "Still managing okay," Dad, sitting in his recliner, added. "Hope. You didn't drain your savings for the trip." Their words stung, assuming I was barely scraping by. My sister breezed in later, her designer purse swinging, tossing me a fake smile. At dinner, she handed out gifts: a new phone case for Dad, a fancy scarf for Mom, a sleek pen for my brother. For me, a $10 gift card to a budget store. "Maybe you can get something nice for once," she said, her tone dripping with condescension. "Thanks, Erica," I replied, pocketing it, my jaw tight. Over grilled salmon and wine, they turned to Mom and Dad's care costs and the family assets, the tour business, and what little inheritance remained. My brother laid out their plan: sell the business, split the proceeds, and give me just enough to get by since I couldn't afford much. My sister nodded. "We're being fair, Angela. You can't handle more than that." I stayed quiet, spotting a folder on the counter, legal papers for the business sale and trust changes needing my signature to cut me out. Later, I overheard them in the den whispering to our uncle on speakerphone, laughing about how I'd never amount to anything and how forging my name would be easy. I slipped my phone out, hit record, and captured every smug word. My blood boiled, but I kept my cool. Stacy had texted me earlier. The investigator's report was ready, detailing Cody's theft of my college fund and Erica's plagiarism. I sent a quick message to my lawyer: prep the documents for tomorrow. They thought they had me cornered, but I was setting them up for a reckoning they'd never see coming. The morning of the family meeting, the living room felt like a courtroom. My brother Cody stood by his laptop, flipping through slides about Mom and Dad's care costs and the family tour business sale. His polished demeanor screamed control, while my sister Erica lounged on the couch, scrolling her phone with a smirk. Mom sat stiffly, her hands clenched, and Dad stared at his coffee, avoiding my eyes. I took a wobbly chair in the corner, clutching my cheap purse, playing the broke sister they expected. Cody started, his voice dripping superiority. "We've worked out the numbers for Mom's treatments and the assets split," he said, pointing to a slide. "Erica and I will cover most of it. Angela, we know you're tight on cash. Maybe a couple $100 a month if you can manage." Erica looked up, her eyes gleaming. "You're a girl. You serve her," she mocked, mimicking Mom's tone from years ago. "Don't stress, Angela. Just keep doing my laundry and we'll call it even." Cody chuckled and Mom nodded slightly, as if it made sense. My pulse hammered, but I kept my face blank, slipping my phone from my purse to check the lawyer's text documents. Ready. Trust, frozen. I leaned back, letting their words stoke my fire. "I'll think about it," I said quietly, my mind locked on what was coming. They shifted to the business sale and trust revision. "We need your signature here," Cody said, sliding a folder toward me. "It's just to finalize the sale and inheritance. You'll get a small cut fair considering." Erica added, "Be grateful, Angela. Most people like you wouldn't get anything." Their smugness was suffocating, but I flipped through the papers, seeing the forged signature lines they'd planned to use. "We'll talk after," I said, setting the folder down. 3 minutes, my lawyer texted. A low hum grew outside, rattling the windows. "What's that noise?" Erica snapped, standing. Mom frowned. "Is something wrong?" I stood, grabbing my bag. "Nothing's wrong," I said, heading for the door. "Just wait." The hum became a roar as helicopter blades sliced the air. Cody rushed to the window, his face pale. "What the hell?" he muttered. I turned, meeting Erica's wide eyes. "I'm done serving you," I said coldly. "My lawyer's here." A sleek helicopter landed on the lawn, and my lawyer stepped out, briefcase in hand. Inside, I faced them, my voice steady. "I know about the stolen college fund, Cody. $50,000 you took for your business. And Erica, your plagiarism of my designs, it's all documented." I slid the investigator's report across the table. "I've frozen the trust. I'm entitled to 40%, and I'm recovering that $50,000 plus interest. Cody, your business is now my collateral. Erica, your clients know you stole my work." Mom's face crumpled, her voice shrill. "We'll cut you off completely, Angela. You can't do this." Cody added, "Do your laundry or get out of the house." I smiled thinly, tossing another document. "Too late. I've already filed for legal action. You don't control anything anymore." Their jaws dropped, the room dead silent. Erica stammered, "You're bluffing." Cody lunged for the papers, his hands shaking. Mom clutched her chair, tears streaming, but I felt no pity. "You thought I'd stay your servant," I said. "But I'm done. I'm leaving, and you'll face the consequences." I walked out, lawyer by my side, as they begged me to stop. Their world was collapsing, and I was just getting started. I left Bar Harbor that afternoon, my lawyer driving me to the airport while Cody's desperate pleas echoed in my ears. Their stunned faces, Erica's wide eyes, Mom's tears. Cody's trembling hands stayed with me, but not out of guilt. I felt free, like a weight I'd carried for years had finally lifted. In St. Louis, I threw myself into my graphic design career. My viral logos opened doors to bigger clients, and within 6 months I was running my own freelance studio, earning enough to buy a loft downtown. I built a life on my terms, surrounded by friends like Stacy who valued me for my talent, not my servitude. But my family wasn't done with me yet. 3 months after the meeting, Cody called, his voice dripping with fake remorse. "We messed up, Angela. Let's work this out. Maybe you can help with Mom's bills." Erica texted next, begging for a loan to save her reputation after her clients dropped her. Even Mom sent a voicemail pleading, "We're family, sweetheart. Come home." They weren't sorry they saw my success and wanted a piece of it. I didn't reply. Instead, I turned to my lawyer, who'd been building my case. The investigator's report was airtight. Cody had stolen $50,000 from my college fund, redirecting it to his tour business, and Erica had plagiarized my designs to land contracts. I wasn't just walking away, I was making them pay. My lawyer filed a lawsuit to recover the $50,000 plus interest, totaling $75,000. The court ruled in my favor, seizing Cody's business assets as collateral. His tour company collapsed when he couldn't repay investors, leaving him scrambling for a low-end job. I sent evidence of Erica's plagiarism to her clients and the Regional Design Awards Committee. Her freelance career tanked, and she was forced to return thousands in fees she'd earned off my work. I didn't stop there. When the family home went into foreclosure, part of their scheme to sell it cheap and cut me out, I bought it at auction for pennies on the dollar. I offered Mom and Dad a lease to stay, but with strict conditions: no contact with me unless I initiated it. They signed, too desperate to argue. Cody and Erica got nothing. I demanded a public apology for their lies, every rumor about my instability, every claim I was a failure. They refused, so I shared the recorded conversation with our extended family, flipping their narrative. Aunts and uncles who'd once pitied me now called them out, and their social standing crumbled. My lawyer prepared defamation papers ready to file if they ever spoke against me again. I set up a trust through my studio to cover mom and dad's medical costs, managed entirely by a third party. They'd never go without, but they'd never see me either. I blocked their numbers, deleted their emails, and cut every tie to Cody and Erica. The family I'd once craved approval from was gone from my life for good. Stacy met me for coffee the day the lawsuit closed, handing me a latte with a grin. "You did it," she said. "They thought they'd break you, but you broke their game." I nodded, the relief sinking in. "They taught me family takes what they want," I said. "So I took back what they stole plus interest." "Cody, your business is my collateral now." "Erica, your plagiarism is public record. You wanted me to serve you, now you answer to me." I learned something crucial through all this: protecting your dignity sometimes means ensuring real consequences for those who try to steal it. Cutting ties isn't enough when they've committed financial abuse or betrayal. You have to use every tool, legal, social, financial, to make sure they can't hurt you or anyone else again. This is a warning to anyone watching. Spot betrayal early, especially from family. Don't let their expectations trap you. Use your strength to claim justice, because that's how you protect your worth. True freedom comes from standing firm no matter who's against you. Thank you for listening to my story. If it hit home, subscribe, drop a comment about your own experiences, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I walked away knowing justice was served, and no one could take that from me.